Well, hello and happy Tuesday, diary listeners. This is the third and final time with our good friend Linette Ramos De Soto. It was such a fun time getting to meet her in person. I wish I would have taken a picture. That's my only regret. But without further ado, we are calling this last piece of this diary entry, Finally, Plays with Goats. Enjoy, listeners. Welcome to the Apprenticeship Diaries, where raw meets refined.
Let's be real, we're still working on refining.
What it took, what it takes, and the stories that are made.
Join us as we learn from professionals about how their stories began.
Yeah, they had extensions or they had a team. You know, like I would have women that would come in and they would show me a picture and I was like, we can't do that. And so she's like, what? And I was like, it's not that you can't. We shouldn't. You have 3 kids at home. Do you understand what this will implicate you in your morning routine? Do you understand what this will need in order to look like this? This person has a team. They have a whole professional team that constructed this image for you. And you know, they're paid to be that. I'm like, you're not paid to be that. You're paying me to make you look like that. And I can, but you're going to resent the hell out of me on your day to day.
Again, I will tell you, when I started doing photography for the magazine and for the things that I make, I realized, it's an hour sitting in a chair of somebody doing your face. That's just your face. And it never occurred to me either that they did your face first and then your hair, opposed to your hair and then your face.
Yes.
And then it's like 2 hours of your hair. So now you've makeup on for 3 hours. And then it's another 30 minutes of touch up on your face after they did your hair, because then the heat from the flat iron made your face flat.
Yep.
And then they spray your face with face spray, which is kind of like spray.
Yeah.
To freeze the makeup to your face. And then the pictures have to happen between a certain time in the day, because if they don't, then the makeup doesn't look right. And you look green instead of, olives toned.
Yes.
And it's like, dude.
It's so much.
Yeah. And I've never been a makeup person, right? So I look at women who wake up at the crack of dawn and before they make breakfast, they put on a full face. And it's like, why?
Well, it's a lot. I always dabbled. Like I said, it was always fun for me. Like it was always like,
it's never been fun for me.
Yeah, and I got a lot of compliments for it because it was always play. If I didn't find the play in it, I wouldn't have done it. Because I don't think I'm too hateful looking without makeup.
Don't get me wrong. When I put on a face, or they put a face on me, let's be honest, and they do my hair, like that one annual event that Ramon has at his job, the annual fabulous gala, that it's like every old person's prom night. The makeup artist comes in, puts on my makeup. The hair girl comes and does my hair, and then I put on this fabulous gown.
Yeah.
Step into that room, and it's like, I am Mrs. It's amazing, right? And then 20 minutes later, your face feels greasy and dirty. And you're thinking, oh my God, can everybody see how shiny my face is? How shiny it feels. And then the Spanx don't let you breathe, so you can't have dinner.
Yes.
Because you don't have enough space in your Spanx for your dinner and your body.
Yep.
And then God forbid you got to pee, because the dress is 30 pounds on top of the Spanx, and then your underwear under the Spanx. And,
girl,
God forbid if you added nylons to that too. I don't think anybody wears those anymore, but, in case you did. It's just like, why? And then, and I have to question again. Why?
Well,
I mean,
I can offer you
for like 15 minutes. And then after that, it's like, I'm ready to go home.
Yeah.
Because I am so uncomfortable. This is so not me. And I commend any woman who can put on makeup every single day of the week.
Yeah. But I will tell you, just as like a reverse to that, going full Eve before the fall, being naked out in nature, clothes. have a lot of purpose. And
Oh, yeah.
and when you are out in nature naked, holy God, girl.
Mm-mm.
It's like that.
I ain't trying to be in
Only
my house naked, let alone outside in nature.
dude,
My pictures I already have enough going on with the coyote scares.
you're concerned about every orifice. Every you're like, what the hell, man? Like
Oh
I
my
don't
God, I got a wrinkle there. I had a
yeah, like
freckle.
everything. You're just like it's so precarious. Like you're trying to get a good shot, you're going here and there, and you're like, they're like, get in the lake, and I'm like, I don't know what's in that lake, you know? Like
What if there's leeches?
and it's not like your bathing suit or anything like that would protect anything that much more, but it's just like it just feels the same. Like you're like, oh my God, man, like this is so odd. It's so I definitely recommend people play and experiment with that because it's very eye-opening about all of it. But I've always looked at things as a sense of play. And I think that's why it's always, I don't know, like it, I am here as the sacrificial lamb to whatever somebody might be wanting to experiment with. I've probably done it, or at least a little bit of it, so I can tell you a little bit of my experience and then maybe give you a little piece of something to chew on about whether or not you want to do it. So
Yeah, I think at some point I could have been a runway model.
you could have, you were, yeah,
Not
you are
because
very
I'm
beautiful.
Not because I had the body, but because I thought I did, right?
No, you were very, look, you are very beautiful. Gorgeous eyes, gorgeous hairs, hair.
Hopefully not hairs.
Hairs. No, you do. You have gorgeous hair.
But I think I could have pulled it off, but it wasn't because I was like, I would walk into a room and people would be like, damn. More like I would step into a room when I was in my head going, damn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, I mean, the first person, you have to embody that.
I had the attitude for it. I just didn't have the height or the body for it. But I definitely
you don't need the height
for it.
You don't need that. I mean, maybe a runway model, yes. Like if it's America's Next Top Model, you have to be the full spread. But you could have been a really legitimate model because that's another thing in these photo shoots. You have this model that's stick thin, whatever, she's posing, but as soon as they put it in the computer, first thing they do is stretch her dimensions. They make her even taller.
Oh.
So yeah, you could have totally done it.
That's what I know. I should try that.
Yeah.
I should give it a shot.
Just change your dimensions.
Be like a sexy old chick.
Yeah, just stretch it. You'll be fine.
We should start a modeling agency like the perimenopausal model. Dude, we'd be unique.
We would be. It would be a whole campaign.
You know how many moods we could catch in
I'm telling you.
Photo shoot.
We could get Leanne Morgan in on it. Do you know about her?
Who?
Leanne Morgan. She's a comedian.
I don't think I've ever heard her.
She's hilarious. She's from Tennessee. She's got the southern twang.
Is that the perimenopause skit?
No, not her.
I think it's funny.
She is funny. Leanne is older, and I think she came to comedy older, but she also has a podcast called Sweaty and Pissed. And it's her and this woman, I think it's Catherine Nickel is her doctor. And Leanne's kind of the comedic part of it. And, the doctor obviously is the informant, but it's all for women who are in menopause or perimenopause. And it's hilarious and very, very informative. But
good question.
Yeah, she's hilarious. And
so we did this podcast thing on perimenopausal women. Who would be the informant and who would be the funny one?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not funny. I only fall on funny.
One of us was going through the perimenopause.
People laugh at me because I am too self-serious, but but I'm not funny. You would probably be the funny one.
I think you're funny.
Like I said, I think I don't mean to be funny, but I fall on funny. I don't know. It might vacillate between us. We might be, humor is very personal, who knows? I don't know.
We should look into that.
We should. It would be really cute. I mean, I'm down. I just throw another thing in the pile of things,
Yeah.
right?
What
Just
if
so, like, we'll take it all on.
let's put that on the pot, right? Let's put that on the
Yeah.
put it on the pot, put it on the stove, let it boil for a little bit.
Yeah.
What would you
Yeah.
actually talk about?
I mean, I love
Similar,
huh?
besides your very similar, very different husbands.
Well, I mean, perimenopause, I don't even know if I'm in it.
You're in it.
I'm in it, but like apparently
so,
I'm
it's the only thing
so
you're in, but you don't got.
well, and that's the thing. You're in it. Yeah, like that's what the girl
got
says.
it.
You're in it. You don't got it. You're in it. Like in prison.
I'm telling you.
No, I mean, I don't know. I mean, as you move through it, I think for posterity, it's good. It's like relationships, right? Like, everybody can speak about it because they have your own personal experience with it. We still, I don't know why, but we still don't have a handle on it throughout all time millennia. It just keeps evolving. Like that comedian said, like, I never heard about this except for 2 years ago. I think I was like one of the first people to get it. Like, I don't know. Like, and it was like me too. Like, I never heard about perimenopause. Like, wait a minute. Can I just avoid a phase? Like, can I just not be in a phase of like crap as a woman?
But right,
I got real
question, right? So if menopause is the curse, what is
it's the curse?
menopause?
What is I don't know.
Was it like the precursor to the curse?
I guess. I get
wish, the bad wish.
I guess it's when all the bullshit starts happening, apparently. But with me and my doctor, she says everything looks normal, which apparently they tell everybody as well. But she was surprised to find that I was elated about that answer. She goes, well, most people, like they're looking for answers. And, I know it might be a little, depressing to find out that everything's normal. And I was like, are you kidding? Oh my God. I was like, I don't need one more thing. I really don't need one more thing. I'm willing to think that everything that I'm experiencing now is just stemming from my leg and just the result of dealing with pain continually. That's fine. Like, let's not, cause with everything that you add into your body or whatnot, I mean, like it affects something else. You don't even know if it's it on its own or if it's it mixed with this one other thing or if it's it at this time of day. Like it's just, I cannot troubleshoot another thing. I don't know what perimenopause is. I didn't even know it was a thing. I don't even know if it is a thing. I think it might be just a thing that like helps people commiserate in misery. I don't know.
Maybe,
What I do
know.
what I do know is that it has emboldened me to this point to clap back. And I mean this in the most respectful way to Christian men who are very big into headship and make sweeping statements about women and things that they don't know and they can't know. And I remember this one dude made this whole post about how women don't want peace. And he quoted a man saying that. And I wrote back to him and I said, there is no peace. That's what you need to understand. We crave peace, but there is no peace. The very condition of being a woman, we get like 10 years of being a child. And then we are just inundated with what our bodies present to us. There is no peace. I was like, yeah, but we do want it. And I said, and we would accept a good lead if it's a good lead, but you can't sit there and tell me that I don't want peace. I do want peace. So, be a good lead though, stop asking questions if I ask you to do something, like the whole thing, like, dude, like it needs to get done, just do it. Or, like, I don't understand,
or
like,
don't do it, right?
or
I
don't do
don't
it, but
need
like,
a commentary section,
right, exactly. But you don't get to
or I would
tell
have sent you a
me.
poll on Facebook.
Right. And I said, and when it comes down to like commentary of this kind, what are you aiming at, dude? Because it doesn't show that you're trying to understand more. It doesn't show that you are interested in what the outcome of making a statement like that would be. It's an assertion that comes from a place of utterly and completely not knowing. And that's not correct. That's just not correct. In that particular conversation, a fellow brother in Christ, we both had a great conversation. He said, he came off some things. He's like, I just get frustrated sometimes because my wife doesn't just, after all this time, doesn't just like, trust me. And I said, well, I think you're taking that very personally. I was like, trust is something that you have to continually invest in. And there's a lot of traumas that people have that have nothing to do with you. So that might not be a you thing, that might be a her thing. And also, as a person who has to continually work with people in their trust, I permanently put things on people's body. You can't exhaust in that, because you wouldn't love her as your wife if she was somebody who just did everything that you said without question. I was like, you want somebody who will critically think and push back and things like that, and has a mind. And that's what's really attractive about it. And that's how it's sincere. She still chooses you all the time. She still stays married to you, but you can't expect somebody to just blindly comply. We're not little computrons, like,
Right.
we have minds, we have thoughts, we have insight. And sometimes it's not her doubting you, it's her having an insight. So but you cannot exhaust of gaining someone's trust. That is a day by day thing. And it's precarious, because as soon as it's lost, man, that too, it's like shattering a cup and then trying to re-glue it again and it be the same. That's what kind of work it is. I'm like, you cannot exhaust of gaining someone's trust and keeping their trust. It's an everyday thing. It's the labor of love that you agreed to. And I was like, and it might not even be about you. It might not even be about you that. I was like, but you can't get exasperated by those. It's not a good lead that somebody's just like, I just expect you all to do what I say.
Right.
What? I'm not a lemming. Okay. I'm a person.
The dog doesn't do what you want it to do.
I know. Nothing. I mean, and it wouldn't be awesome if it did that. And what would that do to you? Like, how would that affect your soul? Would that even be good? Like, come on, man. So, but I really clap back at this point with men, because I don't give a crap. I'm like, look, I know my ladies, I know my friends, I know who I am. I'm not trying to do anything more than appease God at this point and be thankful for what I have. So, no, we are not going to make those kind of statements about ladies. Like,
Right.
no. That's the only thing that's done, is like, I don't care about male, whatever, gaining their attraction. It's not, I don't care. Like, I'm not here for that right anymore. So that I can say is the perimenopause vibe. Like, man, like, there's too much crap now. I've gone through too many phases of this. And I'm no. No.
I'm so over it.
I'm so over it. And don't you dare say I don't want peace. I crave peace. Unfortunately, the only peace I can find is in my Father God.
It's funny. So we can wrap up with this, because we're going to go full circle to the beginning of the conversation.
Yeah.
Something about people seeking other things, right? They seek other religions. They seek other purposes. They seek just experiences, right? To fill this, whatever it is that they have inside that's not full.
Mm-hmm.
But they end up, I'm a Buddhist today, I'm this tomorrow, I'm a Wiccan the next 3 years, and then 5 years from this, I'm that, and then I'm a Scientologist, and then I'm this, and then I'm that. And I've come to realize, right, the only people that I've met that seek and seek and seek, and then they stop seeking only when they find God.
Yes.
And it's interesting, right? Because God is the only thing that tells you, that gives the peace that surpasses all understanding.
Correct.
Which means they're not seeking specific things, they're seeking peace.
Yeah.
And the peace only can come from the Creator. And so, it's funny, we ended up finishing with this conversation on peace because it started like that, right? We started talking about people who are always seeking something, being something different, trying to be out of the norm. But it's because they're not seeking something different. They're seeking that inner peace that they don't have.
Yeah.
And unless they only the ones that end up rerouting themselves to a relationship with God and not a religion, because I will be the first
I agree.
to say that they have a relationship with God, are those ones that seek that peace, that find that peace.
Yes.
And I think that's why I'm the way I am, right? Before I was, as a teenager, I was quote unquote Pentecostal. As early 20s, I was quote unquote, Assemblies of God / non-denominational Christian, whatever. I got to the mini farm and I became a different kind of Christian. I became I'm not flexed by your opinion Christian, right? I attend this church because I enjoy teaching the kids. But once I'm done teaching the kids, I'm not here to hear a sermon. If you're here to teach a biographical insight of the Bible, I'm all for it. But if you're here to give me your personal opinion / interpretation on the Bible, I don't want to hear it because God gives me my own. And I chose to be that person. And when I chose to be that person, I began a different relationship with God than what I had, right? I didn't pray the same. I didn't talk to him the same. I didn't hear him the same. And now I have such a peace that it's like, I don't got a job. But that's all good because his word promises he's going to provide all my needs.
Same.
And, it may be $3 this week because that's all I need this week.
Yep.
I might out of nowhere end up with a check for $500 2 weeks from today because that's what I needed that week. But I'm believing him for that. And I have this peace.
Yep.
This many people walked out of my life, never came back. It hurt at first. But then when I realized the only thing I do need is him, I'm okay with that. I miss you. You're gone. I wish you'd come back. I'm here when you come back. But in the meantime, I'm cool. I'm not cool, but I'm tranquil.
Yes. Yes.
Not freaking out. I'm not crying every day. I'm not trying to commit suicide. I'm not taking, 17 pills a day, even though I do take quite a few, but that's for a whole different reason. But it wasn't until I found that true relationship where I began to believe everything that he's left written as a promise.
Yeah.
And then it all changed. Everything changed. So I think that.
Well, and you're probably right. It probably wasn't perimenopause. It was probably just finally having a relationship with God.
Yeah. I don't think I went through menopause. It's weird because when I had that surgery and they, removed all my insides, sometimes I think they took a whole lot of other stuff that they weren't supposed to take, but we'll figure that one out later. And I gained weight. So
I never missed it.
But I gained weight. So who knows if they put stuff in that wasn't even mine. And it expanded into what I am today. But anyway, if everybody was like, tomorrow when you wake up, you're going to be menopausal. And I'm like, oh, no way. I'm going to totally fall apart. And then I'm going to grow a beard and lose my mind. I didn't grow a beard. No. I had already lost my mind. So there was no going nowhere with that. And then it's like, am I really having a hot flash? Or is my furnace just all wicked crazy? Am I really cold? Or do I live in Michigan?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it was like, so do I have joint inflammation? or just like COVID remnants.
Right. Right.
Did my hair fall out because of menopause, or did it fall out because COVID messed it all up? And so
Yeah.
it's like, what is really happening here?
Yeah.
So I can honestly say I don't know if I've experienced menopause or post-COVID syndrome, which in turn is basically the same thing.
Well, it's the reason why you never stop to think what's up with Ramon. Like, you're like, well, he is what he is, and I love it. He's my partner. Like,
I will tell you though,
what,
I think he did go through menopause.
what?
I did. I do. I think he did, because he was this very calm, chill, laid back person, never complained, never whined. He just flowed, right?
Right.
Then all of a sudden, he got gray hair, put on a few pounds, and instead of getting a sports car, he became like this grouchy old man who whines and complains about, like, literally, he'll be making coffee, and then he realizes he has to walk to the fridge to get the creamer. And instead of just walking to get the creamer, he has to audibly go, ah, ah. Walks over there, gets his coffee, mixes his coffee, drinks some. He's done. He puts, he's got to get up to put the cup in the sink. He gets up and it's like, ah. And I say, dude, why do you have to complain about putting the cup in the sink? Just don't drink it then. Right? And it's like he changed into this old man who rides it. He's only happy when he's on his riding lawnmower.
Oh, I love it.
So I think he did go through some kind of menopause. Maybe he got it when I was supposed to get it. I don't know.
I know. Or maybe you were going through it and he was like, no, you're feeling it. I know you're not cognizant, but I am.
And maybe or I don't know. Maybe I was, what is that new age term? Reflecting. Maybe I reflected on it.
Because if you ask my mom, she's like, I don't even think I went through menopause. And then if you ask my dad, he was like, oh, she so went through menopause. It's like, I didn't even sleep with her for half of it.
Well,
He's
Ramon
like, I
does say
couldn't.
that. He does say it though, because sometimes in the middle of the night I'd be like, oh my God, turn on the fan.
So hot. He was like,
so hot in this
every
room.
other second I'm being awoken because she's throwing the covers off. She's ripping the covers away.
But I'm like, I'm laying there and it's like, oh my God, I'm sweating, but it is so hot in this room. And Ramon's like, well, if you wouldn't have flannel pajamas on and a 2-pound blanket on top of you, shut up, I didn't ask for your opinion. Turn on the fan.
That was the thing. My father was like, I couldn't handle it.
And the 5 minutes later, it's like, turn off that fan. Aren't you freezing? Oh my God, it's so cold in this room.
I think that's what it was, Linette.
It's like,
and now you got him breathing heavy in between each and every thing he's got to do.
But was it actually menopause, right? Was it, or was it post-COVID syndrome? Was it, maybe he's the one who was going through, maybe he had too many blankets and was sharing them with me. And I was,
I mean, you got through it.
Maybe he stole my blanket and I was freezing. I mean, I'm just saying this could be like a, what do you call it? What is that? When they do something, but you don't know it's happening, but they know they're doing it to you. What is that? Conspiracy.
Psyop?
This could be a man's conspiracy, right?
Yeah.
Where they do all these things that make us think we're going through these things, but we're not. Just so they could hold it over our heads.
I definitely think they contribute to a lot of it.
I mean, I'm just saying, Ramon's sneaky.
Like an eye tick kind of thing. Like, but I know that we give them hell too. I know that we give them hell too.
I am an awesome wife. If you only knew, if it wasn't for me,
I believe that. I do believe that.
He wouldn't even know what to do with his life.
I know. That's why I say I know. I can see that he loves you very much.
I correct him like 12 times every 3 hours. On top of the fact that I'm trying to break him from his Ricky Ricardo accent. He at some point somebody had to tell him, you don't have children, you have children. You don't sit in a chair. That's what Barney does. You're sitting in a chair. And it's annoying.
You're definitely the funny one.
I'm trying to be serious here, okay? This is a real life situation. I've suffered through this. The only glory I never got out of it was I never got like the joy of, making fun of my mother-in-law. because I actually liked her.
Oh,
little bit
there
of
you
time
go.
I
I
needed.
like mine too a lot.
She was
I like
cool.
mine too. Yeah.
But, and I never had a chance to, like, be that one daughter-in-law who just made fun of her mother-in-law just because she just didn't give me a reason to.
No,
I totally
mine
missed out on
neither.
that.
Mine either. Mine is awesome. I actually was on the phone with her right before I got on the horn with you. We talked for hours.
Well, yeah,
Hours.
that close, but, I didn't make fun of her. I was happy.
We are. We're that close. She's a big time Christ follower as well. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's even that I can't. It's just that's not like I don't know. That's not human. That's not right. You're more spiritual than me for sure.
Me?
Yeah, because I can't. God hasn't got me there yet. He's not through with me apparently because he hasn't got me to the place where I want to talk to one of my in-laws for that long. None of that. None of that.
Well,
so
she's lovely. We had and I mean, I guess I won't go too far in it, but we had a point that I think she really understood who I was, and it was definable. Rico brought her up in an argument that we were having, and he's like, well, my mom says this. And I was like, oh, Vicky's in this now. I was like, okay. All right, well, I'm going to call Vicky. And he was like, fine, you call her. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna. And I called her, and it was a little contentious, but I was like, Vicky, I love you, girl. I'm trying to be a part of this family. But I need you to know what your son does. He because he comes from a family of divorce, he still, even in his late 30s, plays both sides. And he likes to stay this little boy who doesn't have to make decisions for himself. And I'm trying to marry him, and I'm trying to coordinate all this stuff. And he's giving me pushback, and out of nowhere, you come into the conversation. And I said, look, I'm not trying to like remove you from your son or anything like this, but I would appreciate it if when you give him, insight, which of course you're his mom, you make it very clear that he has to make up his own decisions. He has to make up his own fate. This is what you think about it. This is what you have come to understand. But at the end of the day, he's got to do it for himself. And she, it was a little contentious at first, but afterwards she was like, oh, this is actually, hey babe. Hey babe. I'm on the Zoom with Linette. Rico just got home.
Hi, Rico.
He says hello. Hello.
It's been a while. Hello.
Awesome. He can't hear you because I have my earphones in, but he does say hi.
I'm awesome. What's up? Hey,
I love you.
Later.
Huh?
Get a room.
I know. But yeah, like we after that, like I think when she realized that I was sincere, and she's like, well, what are you gonna do if like he doesn't choose you, like if he chooses not to be with you?
There's a door.
I said, yeah, well, I said, I'll be sad, of course, but
up to your house.
But he's gonna have to get out of my house. I was like, but I'll be sad. I'll have to start over. It will be regrettable, but
you'll be the one singing that song. And I know I saved my life when I showed you the door.
Yeah. And she was like, Amy, I got to be honest with you. I didn't think my son was really listening. I didn't think any of the things that I said he actually would even repeat something like that during an argument. I was like, oh yeah, he does. And I was like,
you're his choice.
Yeah. I said, I had to call you and I had to tell you about it. And I said, look, we're going to be family if all goes the way I'd like it to go. And, I don't I don't run away from a difficult conversation, like I want to know you. I want to, have these kind of conversations, and I love your son. So, hopefully we'll just get closer and closer and closer, but I need your help here because he's trying to stay this little boy and I need him to move into being a man. And she was like, I hear you. And she respected it. Like she really got what I was saying. And she knew that I wasn't trying to take him away from her. I was trying to like be a part of it. So I think it had a great foundation. And it just worked. I mean, it could have gone a lot of ways. It could have been, you know, a very ugly stepmom situation for sure. Or, yeah, whatever. But like mother-in-law, sorry, not stepmom, mother-in-law situation. But it worked. And I felt like it would work because I knew that she was a Christian. And I was like, I'll be able to have this conversation with her. We have our Lord in common. So I know that we're running on the same values here. And it worked. It worked, you know, to come back to God and all of that. Yeah. Yeah. So now we can talk about anything.
That is wise, because my mother-in-law's one lasted like 3 years and the other one I only met for like 6 months, because he knew that was my limit, right? He's like, this is it. If I let it go any longer, this chick is gonna mess it all up. And so, you know, because he knows me like that. He knows, like she can only take so much. Let me shut the door before she blows right through it, messes it all up. But you know, I'm grateful for the time that I knew them, but I'm also grateful for the minimal time that I knew them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm not that chick. I am not.
I know.
I don't like to share. I'm just not a person.
Well, no, I dig it. You know, however it works out. I mean, it's family, right? Like at the end of the day, it's fettered and it's quirky and weird, but as long as there's love there, and you know, again, you know, going back to all this, I mean, obviously that's the whole theme, right? Like the love that you keep and knowing that you're talking to another person and
like we said at the beginning, right? Being intentful, being conscious and committed to what you want to happen in spite of what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know, I'm never trying to burn bridges. I'm always trying to construct them or keep them going. So, I mean, if it has to disconnect, sure. But
in that we're very different, right? I people that I feel are valuable as people, not as assets, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need you to be my bridge.
Oh yeah, I hear you.
I need you.
The bridge is kind of between the two. I'm not the bridge. I need you to be
the person that's gonna cross through the water when there's no bridge.
Oh yeah.
Right.
No,
I keep
that's what I mean.
That's why my pool is so tiny. I mean, the pool is big, and the people inside, there's like very minimal amounts of people, because you can only play volleyball with so many, right?
It's true.
And you don't want a congested pool. If everybody pees in the pool, that's scary, right? So you want very minimal people so that the chlorine outweighs the people. Right. And so
thank you.
I keep a very minimal amount of people in my pool. And then if somebody pees in it, you're out.
Yeah.
Get out of the pool. Yeah. I'm not wasting my chlorine on you.
There you go.
And so it keeps life fresh, unstressful. And you know, I only have like 2 rules for friendship, honestly, let's be real. One,
tell them.
You can't dislike my goats.
Oh.
You don't like the goats, you gotta go. They were here before you.
Yes.
And they don't have as many opinions as you. Let's just start with that, right? The goats are
all right. I like it.
If you were a goat, you'd be a better friend. I'm just saying. And then 2, keep at least 80% of your opinions to yourself. At least 80%. Like that's 20 is more than enough. I can barely handle 20. You make it 21, you're out of the pool too. Because
on that note, Rico has a question. He can't hear you.
Did I miss not meeting him? Of course. I was crushed.
She said she was crushed that she didn't meet you in person. That's her answer to your question.
It's not the.
It doesn't matter. That's her answer.
What was his question?
He's singing. He was asking you if you know the song from Suavemente.
Crespo. Oh, Suavemente.
Eric Crespo.
It's by Elvis Crespo. Suavemente, bésame.
Oh
Yo quiero sentir tu boca besándome otra
She's
vez.
singing.
Oh,
you are a good singer.
Suavemente. What's funny about that guy? Tell him to find up more of his songs on our Spotify. They
Uh-huh.
all have the same exact tune.
Oh, they do?
Basically the same tune with different words. I don't
Oh,
know
I
how they
love
got
it.
so famous.
I will tell him. I will tell him. He's a turd right now. I tried to let him know. I'm like, listen, you can't hear her because I have my headphones on. So he's trying to interrupt as you're trying to give us your lowdown on what you expect from your friends. And I'm like, well, this has got to be anti-friend
And they should at least know,
material.
at least, 3 to 4 words of at least one Spanish song.
Yes. Well, he knows he works in a kitchen, so he knows more Spanish than he does Italian, and that's what he is. So he's my Spanish like connection. He can roll his R's and stuff, so I could get by.
There you go.
I'll just smile and wave.
That's it right there. Telling you, those penguins in Madagascar were wise beyond words.
I'm telling you, man, you get through. You get through. I mean, your mom liked me.
Because, and you just smiled and waved.
I did.
That's
I
all she
did.
needed.
And she got to hold my earring.
Oh, yeah. I will tell you, my mom's got quirks, but she was literally, I think she thought she was like the Puerto Rican Farrah Fawcett in the 70s.
Oh,
My
really?
mom wore those tight Jordache jeans with like the different color threads.
Uh-huh.
With leather boots up to her knees.
Ooh.
And those
So
button-down
cool.
blouses with the big poofy sleeves with all the ruffles. And then she would put on these pink heart-shaped sunglasses.
Uh-huh.
With her feathered Bee Gees hairdo.
Oh, I love it.
And she big old earrings.
Yeah.
And my mom didn't have black hair back then. She always had her hair dyed like this copper penny color.
Really?
Yeah, and since she's so pale, it really worked for her. And so she always walked around. Literally, I think she thought she was like the Puerto Rican Farrah Fawcett. And so she probably always had a thing for fashion. So, she won't wear that stuff anymore because God forbid, she's going to go straight to hell. She puts any of that stuff on. Because, she's hardcore Pentecostal, can't even wear pants. And so puts on her pajamas and, the next morning she's got to pray, she's got to fast for 2 days straight. She wears pajamas. But anyway, she'll see somebody in some fabulous shoes or amazing jewelry and she's like, ooh. And then I'm like, Mom, that's called vanity. You're going to go to hell for that. And she's like, shut up. I was just saying they were nice. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
When I did it, I was like, is this weird to like take this out of my ear and give it to somebody to hold? But I was like, you know what? I'm doing it.
You can't be vain about your hair and have it big or like you used to because that's ostentatious.
Mm-hmm.
But you can totally wish you were wearing somebody else's earrings.
Oh my goodness. I think the only
thing... That's coveting, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah. So,
but I think we're touching on something that has brought me back around to something that we let drop, but I have to bring it up because you were just in PA and you said you had an Amish thing to share. And all of what you were just saying just brought me into the Amish space.
Wait a minute, let me think. What was I talking about?
Well, you were talking about just modesty and not being vain and not overdoing it.
That bring me back to the Amish thing. What was I saying at that moment?
Oh, you said you had an Amish story. You were, something about the Amish, something against them or something to share.
I know, but in that moment, what were we talking about?
A conflict or something.
Took me to
that. Shoot. I don't know that. I just bullet pointed Amish. I was like, I'm gonna bring that up later. Like, tell me later about the Amish.
Okay, so for future reference,
I gotta context clue it.
Yeah, because I'm dizzy like that. Maybe my next episode. By
You'll know.
Episode, I'll remember what it was. If I remember, I'll write it down. But okay, so you're the voice of reason.
Always.
Who's gonna be like, no, when I'm like, we should make an electric toilet. That thing.
It would be fun.
Well,
all these things we should talk about.
I'm just saying, we'll start writing the stuff down. See, that's what the problem. Yes. You're the serious one, but you don't write stuff down. And then halfway through the conversation, we're totally lost and we totally forgot why we were going to bring back the Amish.
I know. What were we talking about?
It was something about me being shunned.
Yes,
and I said, oh, remind me, I got to bring that back because I have a thing about the Amish. Oh, I
Yeah.
know what it was. I know what it was. I know what it was. Okay, yay! Okay, so
Yay!
I go to this wedding, right?
Uh-huh.
And I hear the music. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm like, bring it. Gangster Paradise. Dun, 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 dun. And then it's like, wait, I'm singing the song, right? Me and my cousin are both singing the song. And we're all into it. And all of a sudden it's like, what did he just say? And my cousin's looking at me completely confused. And he's like, that's not Gangster Paradise. What the heck is that? Why are we at a Puerto Rican wedding listening to something called Amish Paradise?
Weird Al Yankovic.
And we're like, what is wrong with this picture? Like, we were all into it. We were all like all excited. And then it's like, wait, why are my words not matching his?
Right.
And then we look over to the other side of the room, and there's the groom with all his friends in their little, they all had baseball caps on, blue baseball caps. And they're all like big burly white guys with beards.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all dancing to the song and singing it. And all the Ricans are on the outside looking completely confused. Because, you know, we're all singing the wrong lyrics because we're from the wood.
Right.
And then my cousin looks at me, he's like, oh my God, it's like a Trump convention on the other side. And then it just stuck with me. It's like, the Amish have completely betrayed us. I'm so offended. How could you use like an epic ghetto, like ride along song, right? In the 90s, you got in the car, you only cracked your window down like maybe 2 inches. It was totally tinted because you wanted to scare the person that you were driving past, right? You're driving past, living in a gangster paradise. And then you get to that part, right? Got a hand in my hand and a gleam in my eye. They don't know who's in that car. That was the whole point, right? Oh my God, somebody's gonna kill me. You were gonna kill them. You was just trying to ride hard in your car with your gangster banging song, right? And then they played that. It like erased all the memories of our youth. It just took it all. Like it just.
You need to write a letter to Weird Al and be like, you.
No, it's just it should
deeply
be common knowledge. You don't play that song in a room full of ghetto hood Puerto Ricans. Because
they
like,
put you on the spot.
You are like disrupting their teen memories. And then everybody in the room is all confused. Nobody can have fun anymore because now you're wondering, did I make up that other song?
That is hilarious.
It was weird and twisted. It was one of the saddest moments of my life. I'm telling you, I've had some weird situations going on in my life, but that moment, I was legit confused. I was like, what the hell is happening?
That's hilarious. I'm so glad you remembered.
Yeah, because I mean, it had nothing to do with what we were talking about, but it totally took me back to that moment where I was legitimately the most confused moment of my life. I still think about it, and it's like, why? What was happening at this wedding? And why was she? And that's another thing. The bride was my cousin.
And you had no idea.
Why would you let your country ass husband play this crazy? You know what you could have caused here?
You know what you could have caused here?
I mean, you split the room, girl. You legit split the room.
She had to start it off with a note.
Well, it ended the note because it was like half the time before all the Ricans were gone. Slowly they started getting up and walking out, especially when the blue hats came out.
Oh, man. You should have at least played both.
I mean, at least, some sort of
both. Right. So everybody could have had fun.
And if all else fails and you're conflicted about the music, just play the damn Macarena.
Right. Come on.
Everybody dances to that, no matter what color you are.
I know. It's so fun.
You could be hood rat, straight up corporate. You
and
still
everybody can do it.
Song.
Mm-hmm.
Play that, and then right after that, you play I'm Too Sexy for My Shirt,
Yes.
boom, you got a party going on.
That's right.
Don't split the room with
Don't
the
split
shirt.
the room.
I mean, people in the bathroom were walking to other sides of the room when they came out because it was just like, it was obvious. Only
That's
that side of the room was
hilarious.
up and dancing. The rest of us were so confused. We were just like, what the hell is happening? It was kind of like the moment when somebody asked me, well, they didn't ask me. I was filling out a paper, and we'll end it with this because this could be a whole other topic. I'm filling out this application for, I don't remember what it was for, but the question was, are you Hispanic, Latina, Latino, Latinx, Spanish, or Puerto Rican? I kept looking at the paper and I legit was like, wait. And then I didn't pick any of them. I just wrote right next to it, I'm confused. Because how many things can you be?
Down.
It's like, I have to pick them all.
Do I pick one or?
It's like, I have to pick them all. I'm Puerto Rican. I'm Latinx, whatever the hell that is. Because at this point, I'm actually questioning what that one is. I'm Latino. I'm Hispanic.
Right.
I'm Spanish.
Right.
So which one do you pick? And then right after
just...
that, you ask me what's my race, but there's nothing in there that actually explains my race. So legit, I didn't pick any of them. I just scratched them all out and I wrote right next to it, I'm confused. And then on the race, I scratched them all out and I wrote, I'm American. I mean, what else was I supposed to answer?
I mean, that's a perfect answer. Because you are.
I mean, it was just like, there was no thing. I'm not white, technically. I'm not black.
No, technically.
I'm not Asian. I know that for sure.
Right?
I'm not Middle Eastern.
No.
I'm not Hawaiian Pacific. Like, that's even a thing. If you're Hawaiian, you're American, right? It's just stupid.
I think that was the best answer.
And then the last one was like Native American. And it's like, that one's questionable at best. Because Puerto Ricans are Tainos.
Girl, they are.
But can I genetically prove that I'm Taino? I might not be. I might be that one freak Puerto Rican who didn't get Taino.
I'm going to say this. Like, now it's getting so specific. It's not just Native American. They're listing tribes. Like,
girl, it's a
whole.
I'm with Zarna on that one. I'm Puerto Rican. My pronoun is, I'm just me. I'm confused.
I'm confused.
My pronoun is confused.
That was the best answer. I love that. We got a lot of possible, titles to our podcast. One could be I'm confused.
Yes. I mean, think about it. So, right. So I go on there and I have to explain, what am I?
Right.
Hell, if I know. Right. Because technically Puerto Ricans are supposed to be like this blend of Taino Indians, Spanish people, British or English people, and then, slap in a little bit of slave.
There you go.
But when the Tainos were there were also these other Indians that were actually, what's that word for people who eat other people?
Oh, cannibals.
They were cannibals.
Yeah.
What if I'm part of that? What if the English portion were really British? What if some Irish people snuck in there?
I mean,
I'm just saying.
There's a lot of things. You don't know.
Exactly.
You don't know.
What am I really?
American.
There you go. But can you really say that? Because you say that and then they're like,
of course you can.
Are you sure?
Of course you can. Especially if on paperwork. Screw them.
Right. So
why do you want to know?
And then we get to you, right? You may look white.
I have no category. I've already been told by two authorities.
But then again, right, as being white, why are we not like deciphering the white people? Are you Irish white, French white, European white?
I got some Irish, some
Are
German.
you Russian white? Are you Ukrainian white? Are you Siberian white? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm not that. But I have hard respect.
There's so many blends. There's so many blends. And it's like, is anybody really just one thing?
My girlfriend, Natalie, she's not one thing, but she's 99% Japanese. And I think 1% Mongolian, which had to have been like
Interesting.
Genghis the Han,
Well, I don't know,
Genghis
but
Khan.
I am going to from now on raise the flag that I am the perfect human
You are.
because scientifically proven, and they can't even argue that one now. Now you can't just argue it; you just can't. And now it's on paper; it's legit.
It's recorded.
The Puerto Rican human being is the perfect perfect genetically configured human being.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that? I didn't know that till the other day.
Rico is going to argue with you. I need to bring him on that.
Rico
on
needs to
that
go get a
one.
master's degree in genetics before he can argue that one.
Rico can. He does not need that. He's a man. He can argue anything. We've already established this. It's just
Okay.
built in. But he will argue with it. He is
Thank God.
Latin as well. He's Italian. He is going to wrestle with that.
Thank goodness for GPSs.
He is gonna wrestle with that. I don't care. I already know I'm not. So I got no skin in this game, but I have already heard him spout off about how his bloodlines are the best mixture. So I'm gonna let y'all wrestle that, and I'm just gonna watch.
I ain't even gonna argue on that one. It's like, dude, when you can bring me the scientific proof that is like signed by the major scientists of the world that says that Italians are more genetically perfect than a Puerto Rican, then we can have a discussion. In the meantime, we still hold the title.
Well, I will tell you this.
I didn't say
it might not be the last thing.
No, let's get something straight. I didn't say we were like mentally perfect, emotionally perfect, spiritually perfect, physically looking perfect. I said we were genetically perfect.
I hear you.
Which means that's all on the inside. It's not visible. It's just.
I hear you.
Just want to clear that up just in case.
Well, I mean, then what I was going to say is probably not it's a moot point, but I will say that between Puerto Ricans and Italians or anyone that has that olive skin tone is the best for tattooing. You wouldn't think it, but Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, and Black people, their skin gets very inflamed very quickly. So you have to move fast because, you guys, you're probably your body's saying, hey, stop poking me with needles. That's not what it likes. And it inflames really quickly. And it's like, everything heals fine, but it does not like that. It gets very upset very quickly. But Mediterranean skin, like that olive skin tone, the brightest freaking colors on their skin, and they last forever. It's so weird. You think that being as pale as me would be great, but no, everything gets pastel-y on me and like washed white, it just gets powdered. But like on olive skin tones, man, it is amazing the colors that you can get. But that's that's just tattooing. That's just tattooing.
Yeah, you couldn't convince me.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm defaulting to both. I'm fine with you guys wrestling it, but I'm content to say that you're right.
Okay.
Why not? I think it's great.
Okay, well, my olive skin is still not getting a tattoo. I'll still get a t-shirt.
That's right.
Just wash it in color bright detergent.
I could design you a t-shirt.
I mean, technically you could. And you know what?
I could.
Girl, I got visions.
I have a girlfriend who printed out actually the shirt I'm wearing. It's really great, and it's really nice and comfy and great fabric. I'll figure out who she got these from because I can wash these.
Awesome.
Nothing goes wrong. So I have a source.
God is
hopefully she still has it.
Yes. And we can have this God is goat. Can't go wrong with goat.
God is goat. Yes, you can't go wrong with goat. I like it. I like it.
That one. I like it.
Yeah. Well, my friend.
All right.
Have a great rest of the night.
My brain is like,
I know, we could totally
stuff off.
I know. We'll have more.
We will. Alrighty.
Say hi to everyone for me.
Yes. Give your honey a big hug from me.
I love you, lady.
Love you too.
You have a great night. All right, listeners, that's it. You have it, at least for a while. I don't plan on giving in or up or out or whatever on my friendship with Linette. That's the point of this entire podcast, was to let y'all know that no matter how many states might separate you, or countries for that matter, it shouldn't limit the possibilities of connection that you are able to make. And there were many crappy things about 2020, but there were probably more blessings than there were crappy things. So in the count of blessings, Linette is definitely one of them. She's an incredible human being. I promise you'll never get bored watching her. She's always off and into the next thing. She makes fantastic knitted and crocheted items that are very stylish, very couture, very fun. Just check her out. Follow her any way you can. She gives some of the best prayers. So if you end up, I guess, falling into her love, she'll pray for you no matter what. I know she will. She's a fierce warrior and servant of God. So I know she'll pray no matter what. But I know that she's given me some really, really amazing prayers, and I'm just so grateful. So definitely follow her wherever you can. It's Linette Artisana on IG. That's her personal page. And as far as her business IG, it's Breads and Threads Handmade, all one word. Check her out. Follow her wherever you can. Buy some things. You'll be giving back to a beautiful family who loves so much and so, beyond themselves. It's a mini farm. They host people. They have an Airbnb. She recently just got a camper that she's renovating. So definitely put her in prayer as she takes on this very exciting venture to bring Breads and Threads on wheels. It's all really, really cool. So thank you so much, Linette. Thank you, listeners. God bless everyone, and have a very powerful week. Later.
Thanks for listening. You can find the Apprenticeship Diaries on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Our IG is _apprenticeship_diaries. If you would like to offer constructive criticism or an interview, drop us an email at theapprenticeshipdiaries@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from our listeners.